Hi there, it's Drew from Meissner Sewing and Vacuum in Sacramento, and we are gearing up for Craft Napa along in conjunction with our partners at Husqvarna, Viking, and Pfaff. Now, what does that mean for you? Well, we have a select number of machines, new machines that we're bringing in for this event at Craft Napa. They will be opened up, lightly used over the course of a couple days. Then we will be packaging them back up, have all accessories included, and sold just like a new machine, but at a great classroom price. In addition to our pricing that we have for these few classroom machines, we also have some bonus bundles that we are going to be including as well. If you're interested in any of those machines, please email us at info@meissnersewing.com. That's info@meissnersewing.com, and we can arrange payment or a pre-order for any of these machines. If any of you are attending the event, I look forward to seeing you there. If you're not, Happy New Year's to you. And again, if you're interested, please email us info@meissnersewing.com. Thank you so much. Take care.
Hi, I'm Jennifer from Meissner Sewing and Vacuum Center, and today I'm going to demonstrate for you the Husqvarna Viking Opal 690 and share with you some of the fabulous features that this machine has. I love the size of this machine. I think it's great for taking to class. I love the little things about this machine. I love that there is a ruler right here, and I've used it so many times and just had to measure something real quick and it's just convenient. I love the way that Viking put the accessory tray in the back. So it doesn't bother me, it doesn't get in my way, but when I need it, it's right here. Very well organized, everything in its place. It's very thoughtful. I also really like the stitches up top. I can take a look and pick out the stitch that I want to use, and I don't have to go through my book or thumb through many pages. The screen is very simple, so when I am wanting to do a fun stitch, like maybe this one here, I just tap the little icon, I just tell it which menu I want to do, and then type in the number, touch OK, and I've got that stitch. On screen, it has set the length, it has set the width, and it set the tension, so I don't have to know any of those things. It is suggesting that I use a stabilizer, and it's suggesting what needle that I'm going to use. And so all I have to do is start sewing, away we go, I've got my great stitch. Another thing that is really a special feature is Viking's exclusive sewing advisor. With the Husqvarna Viking, I just tap right up here, and I have all of the fabrics that I'm going to use. I don't often sew on knits, and so if I'm doing a hem, I can tell it. I'm doing stretch light, and then I can go to the technique, and I can say I'm doing a hem. It takes me to the perfect stitch for that fabric, so I don't have to wonder, do I have the right stitch? It's already picked it for me, so I love that. And it does that with buttonholes and leather and the works. We have lots of choices, and in the techniques we have seam, overcast, based, blind hem, buttonhole. Buttonhole's another big one because I don't always know what buttonhole to do with what fabric, so I just tell it what fabric I'm doing and what technique I want to do. Nice and easy. I also really like the simplicity of the screen here. Everything's easy to understand, and I don't have to get my book out for questions. Like I have reverse, and I have presser foot up and down. So of course one of my favorite features is that I just start sewing and the foot goes down, but sometimes you need to put the foot down yourself, so you have that right there. We have start stop feature, so I don't have to use the foot control if I don't want to. And we have the fix. This is a special little thing too. It always comes on and it ties a little knot before my stitching, so I don't have to worry about my stitch coming out or undone, and I don't have to use the reverse. It'll just be right there. And then, of course, the scissors is my favorite. Cutting the scissors, it cuts my thread at the bottom, brings it back, and I don't have to draw it out and cut it on the side. It's just a favorite little feature. This machine is very simple to work. Another thing that I really love about the Vikings is that you don't have to unthread the machine to wind a bobbin, which I find is such a useful convenience. You just take your thread, put it right up top, take the thread from the needle, and it crosses over these two little metal pads, and that's another little thoughtful thing, so it doesn't ruin the plastic and make a groove. So I just go right over the top, wrap it around a few times and push it over. I'm winding my bobbin. Simple and easy. When I go to put my bobbin back in, I don't have to worry about which way, because it will only go in one way. So if I put it in, I can't put it in wrong. I can only put it in the correct way. And that just makes me know that everything's always perfect. There. So then, we're ready to go. I'm gonna go back up here, choose a straight stitch. Okay. Now I have my seam ready to go. That little hesitation, if I wanted to go backwards, I could touch the reverse and it'll take and do the stitch in reverse until I tell it to stop. And if we're doing twin needles, we have a secondary spool holder right here. Everything's right at my fingertips. I love this machine. And if you'd like to see more about this machine, come on into the store. We'll give you a great demo. Hi, I'm Jennifer, and now we're going to talk about the Pfaff Quilt Expression 720. Jam-packed with features. So many, it's going to be hard to get all my favorite ones in. So right away, I love the 10 inches of space. That really is helpful in quilting, and this machine is dedicated for quilting. I also love the texture. It does not feel smooth like a regular machine. There's a little texture, and I just love to rub my hands on it. It's fun. Couple of the highlights. This machine has the integrated dual feed, so IDT, which means that you don't have to put a walking foot on for quilting. It's simple, it's right there. I don't have to fumble with screwdrivers. I don't have to have a noisy attachment. It's just right there, and that makes quilting so easy. And so we have a nice smooth surface. This comes out so I can use my free arm, and that way I can hem pants. But I like this one because it is dedicated to quilting. So when we're doing our stitching, and this too, also the foot will go down for us when I just start on the gas, and it does have the pivoting feature, so when I give that a little tap, the foot comes up and hovers, and I don't have to reach around or use my knees. It's so integrated and it feels so consistent. This one has the scissor feature. The scissor feature is just a favorite of mine. It just cuts the thread, brings it to the back, so I don't have to worry about bringing it out. The highlights of this machine are it has so many stitches, and they're easy to get to. But the favorite things, because they all do a beautiful job with sewing, but one of my favorite is that this one has very large stitches, maxi stitches. I'm going to find one so I can show you, because it really is a nice feature. There we go. And all I have to do is touch to select it. It comes right on the screen. It sets the length, it sets the width, it sets my tension. Normally I would change to a different foot because it's definitely going to ask me for another one, but it's not a problem. I'm going to use the start stop. So you see the machine is sewing side to side. So it doesn't just go forwards and backwards, it goes side to side. And so the stitches that I get are huge and fun and really great borders. It just adds that pop. Just love it. We'll let this one sew just another second so you can see how cool it is. There we go, that should do. And my scissors. Look at how big and beautiful that stitch is. Gorgeous. So we have feature packed. The machine has space, I can quilt. The machine has the feet, lower and raise at a finger touch. Again, no knees, no reaching behind. I love the start stop, so I don't have to use the foot control. And I do love all of the fun stitches. We have our essentials right here, straight, ready to go. If I wanted to do free motion, I would just touch right here and it would set the machine up for free motion. So I don't, again, have to take the time and drop the feed dogs. Everything's done for me. We have a question mark. We can say, what is that? And it'll tell you. So you don't have to know everything about your screen. You don't have to have your book out. You can simply say, what is that, and it'll tell you. So, easy to thread, easy to run, lots of great stitches, convenient place with all my accessories stored right where I need them. And this one comes ready for quilting. It comes with your 1/4-inch piecing, it comes with your free motion, and of course it doesn't need a walking foot because it's integrated, so we love that. And another thing back on the stitches I wanted to show you real quick is it has directional sewing. So if I wanted to, I could have the machine stitch sideways, forward, or back to the left. Sometimes you get caught in a corner and you really just can't move your fabric. Well, this machine, you don't have to. You can just tell it to stitch that way. So there's many, many more fun things to explore with the Pfaff Quilt Expression 720. And if you'd like to come in for a demonstration, please come in anytime. We'll be happy to show you.